Hi y'all, you're watching the Big Jim Country Boy YouTube channel. Yeehaw!
Have you ever wondered why JFK was assassinated? It's a question that has intrigued and puzzled generations. The year was 1963 and the place was Dallas, Texas. President John F. Kennedy, at the tender age of 46, was shot while riding in a car, with his wife Jackie Onassis and Texas Governor John Connally at his side. The man accused of pulling the trigger was Lee Harvey Oswald. But before anyone could get a clear understanding of his motives, Oswald was shot and killed by a man named Jack Ruby. This act further deepened the mystery surrounding JFK's assassination, adding layers of intrigue and speculation. The Warren Commission, established by President Lyndon B. Johnson, confirmed Oswald's responsibility for the assassination. Yet, they were unable to determine his motive, leaving a gaping hole in the narrative. This lack of clarity gave birth to countless conspiracy theories. Some ascribed the assassination to foreign governments, others to organized crime, and even to factions within the United States government itself. The truth, however, remains elusive. Despite continual efforts to declassify documents related to the assassination, no significant revelations have surfaced. It's as if the more we dig, the more questions arise. The existence of classified files and the absence of a conclusive trial for Oswald only fan the flames of conspiracy theories. So we are left with an unanswered question that haunts our collective memory. A question that looms over the death of one of America's most charismatic leaders. With so many unanswered questions and conspiracy theories, could it be possible that JFK was assassinated by his own government? As outlandish as it may sound, there are theories suggesting JFK was assassinated by the government. Now, before you dismiss this as mere fantasy, let's delve into the details. The theory goes that George Bush, who was then the head of the CIA, orchestrated the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. This wasn't a mere power play or an attempt to control the presidency. No, the stakes were much, much higher. According to this theory, JFK was on the brink of revealing a secret of cosmic proportions. He was ready to tell the world that the US government isn't just run by humans. In fact, the entire planet is under the control of extraterrestrial beings. Yes, you heard it right. Aliens. Now, you might be asking why extraterrestrials would want to run our planet. What could they possibly gain from controlling Earth's governments and economies? The answer, according to this theory, is simple. They're using us, the human race, as labor. Our taxes, our work, our very lives are merely fueling their intergalactic operations. We are nothing more than slaves working tirelessly to manufacture products and food that are then shipped off-planet. Imagine that. Our daily grind, our struggle to make ends meet, all for the benefit of beings from another world. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? This theory suggests that JFK knew all this and was about to blow the lid off the whole operation. But before he could, he was silenced. His assassination was a calculated move to keep us in the dark, to keep us oblivious to our true masters. But why would extraterrestrials be interested in governing Earth? And why would they want JFK silenced? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this conspiracy theory in the next scenes. The theory suggests that Earth is under the control of extraterrestrial beings. Now let's dive into the depths of this theory, where things get a little, well, out of this world. The narrative proposes that our planet, our home, is essentially a puppet state, manipulated by unseen puppeteers from a realm beyond our own. The puppeteers in question? Extraterrestrial beings. These supposed alien overlords, as the theory goes, have their fingers on the pulse of everything. Governments worldwide, economies, even the day-to-day life of the average Joe and Jane are all allegedly under their control. And what's more, they're not just pulling our strings for their amusement. Oh no, they have a much more sinister agenda. Imagine this. You wake up, go to work, clock your hours, and collect your paycheck at the end of the month. It's a cycle we're all too familiar with. But according to the theory, we're in the dark about the real purpose of our labor. We're not just working to make ends meet. We're working to fuel an interstellar operation. That's right. The theory suggests that we're nothing more than cogs in a cosmic machine, slaving away to produce goods and food. But these products aren't for us. They're allegedly being shipped off-planet to who knows where for who knows what. So we're left with this grim picture. A world where the majority of people are barely surviving, living paycheck to paycheck. All the while, the fruits of our labor are whisked away to serve the needs of our supposed extraterrestrial overlords. It's a disheartening thought, isn't it? But before we get too carried away, let's take a step back and ask ourselves a crucial question. If we are indeed being controlled by extraterrestrials, what would be their main objective? According to the theory, our alien overlords have a grand plan. Now let's dive into the depths of this purported scheme. Picture this: Earth, our beautiful blue planet, a prison, an intergalactic Alcatraz, if you will. The bars, invisible. The guards, extraterrestrial. The prisoners, you, me, every human being alive. In this alleged grand design, we are not free citizens of the world. Instead, we are the extraterrestrials' workforce toiling away in their galactic factory, producing goods and food elements for export to distant star systems. It's a daunting image, billions of us living out our lives, not for our own dreams and ambitions, but to serve these unseen masters from beyond the stars. But how do they maintain control? How do they keep billions of humans in check, unsuspecting and compliant? According to the theory, one of the tools at their disposal is something that many of us grumble about, but few question: taxes. Taxes, the theory claims, are not a legal necessity, but an illegal tool of oppression, a yoke placed upon us by these alien overlords. Our hard-earned money siphoned off, not to build roads or fund schools, but to maintain this cosmic charade. And what of President John F. Kennedy? The theory suggests that he was on the brink of revealing this grand plan. He was about to lift the curtain and expose the extraterrestrial puppeteers pulling the strings. But before he could, he was silenced, assassinated by the very forces he sought to expose. Could it be that JFK was assassinated to prevent him from revealing this grand plan? While this theory may seem far-fetched to some, it's a question that continues to intrigue and captivate. As we delve deeper, keep an open mind. After all, truth can sometimes be stranger than fiction. While this theory might sound like a science fiction movie, there are those who believe there's evidence to support it. Let's start with the JFK assassination records. These documents, long classified and kept from public view, have been delayed again and again. The most recent delay was attributed to COVID-19's impact on the National Archives and Records Administration's ability to review redactions. But some question whether this is truly the reason, or if it's just another way to prevent the truth from coming out. Then there's the controversy surrounding the CIA. Many conspiracy theories around JFK's assassination involve the intelligence agency in some way. Oswald's attempts to obtain a visa, for instance, have been scrutinized. And let's not forget that George Bush, who would later become president, was the head of the CIA around the time of JFK's assassination. Could there be a connection there? And finally, we can't ignore the persistence of conspiracy theories surrounding JFK's assassination. Decades have passed, and yet the questions remain. The theories continue to circulate, and some even become more outlandish. Just recently, a group of QAnon supporters gathered in Dallas, hoping to witness the reappearance of JFK Jr., who died in 1999. While this may seem far-fetched, it's a testament to the enduring fascination and suspicion that surround JFK's death. But is this evidence enough to convince the general public that JFK was assassinated by his own government to conceal an extraterrestrial plot? The JFK assassination remains one of the most controversial events in American history. Here we are, at the end of our journey, having traversed the shadowy corridors of conspiracy theories, government intrigue, and alien involvement. In our exploration, we delved into the chillingly unforgettable event of President John F. Kennedy's assassination. We've looked at the theory that suggests a collaboration between the government and extraterrestrial beings, a theory that paints a startling picture, where our world is but a cog in an intergalactic machine. We've considered the idea that George Bush, then head of the CIA, played a key role in this plot. The motive? To prevent Kennedy from revealing the truth, that our governments are puppets to extraterrestrial puppet masters. A truth that, if revealed, could shatter the very fabric of our societal norms. We've examined the implications of such a truth. The notion that taxes, a cornerstone of our economy, are not only unjust but also a method to keep the masses in check. The idea that our hard work, our day-to-day struggles, are not for our benefit or the progress of our world, but to serve the needs of otherworldly beings. We've scrutinized the evidence, as sparse and controversial as it may be, classified documents yet to be fully disclosed, eyewitness accounts shrouded in the fog of time and memory, and the persistence of conspiracy theories, fueled by the lack of a trial for Oswald, the purported assassin, and the existence of documents still kept under wraps. Yet for all the theories and conjecture, we must remember that these are just that, theories. They are interpretations of events, seen through the lens of suspicion, and a desire for answers where there are none readily available. It is important to approach such theories with a healthy dose of skepticism, to question and to probe, to seek truth in a world often filled with misinformation. For the truth, as they say, is out there, but it's up to each of us to find it. While it's up to each individual to decide what they believe, one thing is certain: the JFK assassination will continue to intrigue and mystify us for years to come.